Charlie Parsons, Fight Hub TV. Delighted to be joined here for the first time with a man who didn't really see much before, I suppose, the announcement to this. And now we're rubbing shoulders. We're doing well, Dev. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. And can I just say, Charlie Parsons, you are smashing it. You're just smashing life. You are what 18? I mean, it's ridiculous. I know that you're doing, Blue Moons. I saw your post the other day, you got Fight Hub. I think you're here for Fight Hub. The Boxing Voice. What next? What is next for Charlie Parsons? That's what I've got to ask. But no, I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's good to see you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're here for what is a massive, massive fight week. 94,000 Fury Whyte. Just incredible. Speak to me. First thoughts.
Mate, I'm so hyped. Well, like, when Frank won the purse bid, I was like, oh, okay. Let's see if it all just goes smoothly. If it all just Dillian Whyte fights and everything. And now we're here. And no, it's amazing. I'm so hyped about this. It's been great doing stuff with John as well. Been doing some John Fury live stuff on the Queensbury YouTube channel. So he's always good to be around. I just think it's a momentous occasion and it's going to be a great night for boxing. Can't wait.
Well, let's go first the announcement press conference. Obviously, the absence from Dillian and then the absence from the workout. I spoke to Frank on Tuesday and I said, look, is Dillian going to be here tomorrow? And he said, well, he bloody better be or there's going to be a problem. Just your thoughts. I mean, obviously, I know people have touched a lot on Dillian not being at the announcement one, but also not being at the workout. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I think the announcement one, there was a lot going on there. And he remained silent for a long time. He went from maximum violence to maximum silence. He's on board now. That's the important thing. He had a great press conference yesterday with Tyson, very cordial, and it was like a couple of old mates, having a bit of banter. That was good to see in a way. In terms of him missing the workout, I don't think there was any malice to it. I think it was just a plain issue. That's what we were told, and the fact that he come to the press conference, he did all the media he was supposed to do. It's a good thing. I think he's on board. And also, when he did miss the workout, he went to the Sky Studios and he did media with them. So he's still pushing the fight, even though he missed that. He did his media in his own way. So it's great to have him on board. I spoke to him for the first time yesterday. Grabbed a couple of minutes. I put the Queensbury mic in front of him. I was like, a couple of minutes. He was like, what do you want? But no, it's good. It's a big night for him. It's a big night. He's had all this build up. He's had his ups and downs, and I said to him yesterday, you do realise you win this on Saturday night, you've just beaten Tyson Fury in front of 94,000 people. You're the WBC lineal heavyweight champion of the world. You're not tied down to any network. You're not tied down to any promoter. You're the hottest free agent in world boxing. And it sort of dawned on him. I saw it happen. He's like, jeez, So it's quite something. It's a big night for him. But having said all that, I expect Tyson Fury to knock him out.
Well, let's talk about the press conference. Did you expect it to be maybe perhaps a little bit more fiery than it was?
I did and I didn't. I mean, when these press conferences get fiery, for me, it tends to be, more often than not, launch press conferences. When you're 8 weeks out, 9 weeks out, and you've got a fight to sell, you've got tickets to sell. I think if he'd have turned up to that first press conference, it would have been fiery. But now they're in a different mode. They're just sort of ready to fight. And I expected cool heads from both of the guys. I didn't expect them to get on so well. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, there were some really good jokes, and I was quite humoured by it. I enjoyed the face-off, the little tickle that he gave him and all that. It was all just pretty well mannered. But I thought if they'd have linked up at the first press conference, there would have been more fireworks there. But hey, look, they're going to go face to face tomorrow, right? And
that could.
Yeah, that could, because they're this is it now. That'll be the last time they see each other before that first bell rings. So, hey, it might happen tomorrow.
Well, obviously the undercard, we'll have a quick touch on it. First things first, I mean, we may as well go into it. I saw Frank did something with Simon Jordan where, Simon said, look, the depth isn't quite there, and Frank gave his reasons. Just your thoughts on the undercard itself, and obviously your thoughts on Frank's points, Simon's points.
Well, let's talk about what the undercard is now. I mean, we've got Echo Esserman now, British and Commonwealth unbeaten welterweight champion in a defence against Darren Tetley. We know this fella, he can fight, right? So that's a cracking fight that's been added to the show. There's going to be headlining York Hall next week. It's been brought a week forward. I think they've made all their check weights, etc. And what a stage for Echo Esserman to make a statement live on BT Sport Box Office to remind everyone, hey, I'm actually the #1 welterweight in the country. Don't listen to all you've been hearing. I'm here. I'm the engine. And there's a reason he's got those belts. Nick Ball, Isaac Lowe. I mean, who can complain? Who can sniff at that fight? That's a cracking fight. That's a fight that I was so surprised was made. I saw it on the bout sheet go around, and I thought, yeah, okay, that's going to come off like a week before or 2 weeks before or something like that, and it held. So I was so surprised that Isaac Lowe accepted a fight with Nick Ball, and Nick Ball going under the radar, being on small hall shows, and then, you know, he hasn't boxed too often live on BT Sport, maybe once or twice. He's gone under the radar. He's been a sort of boxing's best kept secret, a lot of people are saying, and what an opportunity for the secret to be out in front of 94,000 on Saturday night. Now, I'm looking forward to that one. Then you got Tommy. Look, Tommy's going to do his thing, right? Jake Paul said, you want to fight me? Fight on your brother's undercard. He hasn't done it because Jake Paul said, but it's happening. And you know, he should knock this fella out. I don't know if you've seen Daniel Boshiansky, longest neck I've ever seen in my life. So he's ready-made for these Tommy Fury uppercuts, and I think Tommy can look explosive, get the job done, and beat his chest and say, hey, I'm Tommy Fury and I'm here. And who else you got? You got the kids, you know. You got Royston Barney-Smith. What a stage for him! He's a two-time European amateur champion. I think he's gonna take to it very well. Karol Itoma, European, former Olympic youth gold.
Very good things about him.
He's the man. Look, ask Lawrence Okoli how good he is. And it's not just him. It's his younger brother. He's just won European gold in the amateurs.
First round knockout in every fight.
Mate, these Italmas, and they're from where I'm from, by the way, Chatham. They're Chatham boys. There's something in the water down in Chatham. But these guys, honestly, they're special, and it will be good to. You got to give, when you got an opportunity like this, when you got a stage like this, you got to get the younger fighters out there to let them soak it all in, and I think Carol's gonna do just that. It's a shame we lost the Kakachi fight, but as Francis said, it looks like they've got something lined up for him very soon. Yeah, and who else we got? It's for me, I like it. I'm hyped. I'm hyped about Echo in particular getting his opportunity.
Well, let's move on to the welterweights, because a certain welterweight fought last weekend in Manchester, Mr. Conor Benn against Chris Van Heerden. Your thoughts on the fight? Conor's first southpaw, knocked him out in 2 rounds, powerful, spiteful. I spoke to Eddie and I said to him, look, I don't think the fight's going to be made the Avanesian fight. Just being quite honest, the back and forth, it's going to keep going back and forth. I said, look, I don't think the fight's going to be made. He said he prioritises names like Mikey, Danny Garcia. Just your thoughts on that?
I've seen the knockout, and look, Conor Benn's so entertaining to watch. And the only reason I didn't watch him last week is because we had our own show on. But I'll always watch a Conor Benn fight. He's entertaining to watch, and he's being matched perfectly for where they want to get him, which is obviously build his star, get a world title. You know, probably a vacant one. They'll probably try and get a vacant world title. He's being built very well for that. And just make some good money. You talk about the fights that he's been linked to, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, I think they've mentioned a couple of others.
Broner, Khan, Brooke even.
So, yeah, I mean, this you see this in promoting. It's not just Eddie that will do this. It's, you know, all promoters do this. You link your fighter to several other fights, and not all of them are going to happen. Eddie knows that he's going to struggle to make a fight with Danny Garcia. He's going to struggle probably to make a fight with Adrian Broner. They've gone that route before several times, and Broner doesn't seem to want to do it. Mikey Garcia, I think, there's your light. There you go, mate. These Blue Moon fellas, they got to give you more better equipment. I'm telling you, no, you're good. So yeah, who else you got? Mikey Garcia. I think that might be the one. What's in it for Mikey Garcia? I think you'd need to pay him a lot of money to take on Conor Benn. With regards to Avanesian's in a spot, right, where he is in line for a shot at the world title. He thought he was going to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz went another route. Up to him. Virgil Ortiz is great, right? He's a very entertaining fighter. It surprised me that he did go another route. He went the McKinson route and then pulled out of that fight with whatever's going on with him. You know, we wish him well. And David Avanesyan's basically just got to keep fighting, keep active until the WBC decide what they're going to do. I'm sure Maurizio Suleiman's around this week, and guys like yourselves can ask him and stick it on him a little bit. What's going on with Ava? But he's just going to have to keep active. He's 33 years old. You can get very old very quickly if you stay on the shelf. So Frank's got to keep him busy.
Dev, I think that's more or less just covered it. Just a last prediction for Fury Whyte.
Yeah, look, it's a great fight. I can't wait. I haven't actually envisaged this and how it's going to go. But I think Tyson Fury should knock him out. I think it's going to be a great fight, though. Dillian's best attribute for me in this fight is his heart and his bottle, and he's not going to be afraid to trade up. He will go out swinging. It won't be for a want of trying. But I back Tyson to wear him down and knock him out, probably quite late on.
Dev, thank you for speaking to me at Fight Hub TV.